Welcome back for the 922 basic training. In this short video we're going to be showing you how to start a new panel and just some of the basics of the hardware tree. So to start off, I already have the program open, but we're going to start a new panel, new file. So I'm going to go to File and hit New Site. By default, Create New is selected. We're going to hit Next. You'll get a pop-up window. You can fill in information here, but what is actually required is the last name and the name of your site. It's going to be video training. And notice when you name it video training, it gives it a file name, video training. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And once you create it, it's going to start with just a site. The site right here. There's no panel yet. You can have one panel, you can have lots of panels, but no panels by default. To add our first panel, you got our options right over here to the right. It has standalone panel, safe link panel, or Ethernet panel. So on this one, I'm going to make one standalone panel. So it's already selected standalone. I'm only going to add one panel. You can change that amount by here, but I'm just going to hit add. Click and add. It adds a new panel and the basics of what a panel is. So to explore what's the basics of a panel, I'll open this up a little bit. You have the peripheral board, and on that you have the onboard NACs. So you might be messing with this part. Onboard NACs by default gives you Class B. If you have a system where you have to do Class A, in order to change Class B NACs to a Class A, you have to delete both of these. I'll do that now. Now we have no NAC. Now you have to right click on the onboard NAC, hit new. It gives you an option. You can do a Class A or a Class B and Class B. Class A it is. There we go, one Class A circuit. Now if I made a mistake, I will actually delete it and go back to Class B. Class B circuit 1, Class B circuit 2. If you actually click on the circuit itself, you have a few other options. Right now we're doing output mode is degrade mode, horn strobe. Should never have to mess with that. But you can set these up instead of being an actual NAC circuit. You can make them a DC power source or HCPs by hitting the checkbox. If you want to do that though, before that you have to do the DC power output, and then you can check that for HCP. But we're just going to keep this as defined by logic. Closing the peripheral board. We have the CNET card, and that's going to be where all your SLC devices hook up. You can have a total of 252 devices. It can all go on circuit 1.1. You can have one on circuit 1.1 and 251 on circuit 1.2. You can divide them up however you want. But again, by default, they are Class B. If you want to change them to Class A, you have to do similar to NAC. You'd have to delete the circuits first and re-add them. You can have a single Class A and two Class Bs though. You can mix and match. Another thing you might commonly have to do is you have power supply. By default, it gives you a 170 watt power supply. A lot of our systems require 300 watt. So you just click on power supply, drop down box, and select 300, and you're done. Now there's various cards you can add to this, but this is your very basic hardware setup. And with that, this will be the end of this video.